One more thing before we go. We not out the woods yet. Sorry, are you there, brother? Oh, he's still taking care of business. Ladies, get you a man that's always working and taking care of responsibilities. Now, one more thing before we go. Something happened last night on This Must Be Risky. I just so happened to finish strongly agree to strongly disagree. And there was a when I came on, just quiet, chilling, waiting my turn. Not trying to you guys know. I know it's been a while since I've been on the panel, but you guys know how I roll. Just get there, wait patiently, wait my turn. And while I'm waiting my turn, I'm actually giving a chance to let people talk. And with people talking, people tend to say some of the most stupidest shit that you could possibly think of. Sometimes they say it and it annoys the hell out of me, like severely. Now, I'm going to try to find this. Let me see if I can find this segment because I want to play it and we're going to talk about it. This is Bible Works, ladies and gentlemen. Although this is last call, this is actually Bible Works. So, hold on. Let's see if I can find them. And just to set this up, somebody brought up a Bible verse. And someone brought up a Bible verse, and it was used out of context. So let's get there. So this is the title of the stream was "All This Unsolicited Dating Advice," episode 135. So let's play it. Before they try to kick you off, go ahead.
No, I ain't got really much to say, but I do want to address the lady. I do have to address the lady in the black. You know, since we're talking about unsolicited advice, let me give you something real quick. And it comes from the King James Bible. Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. It talks about, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence." Ponder on that. Y'all have a good night.
Isn't that for the church and the church house?
It's a universal code, pretty much.
You know. Please quote the Bible. Don't quote it at all.
I just quoted the Bible.
Absolutely not.
That's for the strictly for the church. That's strictly for the church house. That has no domain over here.
All right. Well, anyway, ponder.
So. Y'all see this comment? Ladies and gentlemen, nothing infuriates me when people compared to when someone takes the Bible out of context for your own personal gain. I have a problem with that, a severe problem with that. I'm going to work and pray that God really controls my emotions. Let's call it emotions. I'll be fair. It could be passion, but let's just say emotions for the sake of argument. That God controls my emotions when it comes to that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he said, Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. Timothy what? See, I'm going to calm down. If you read the Bible, let me not say that, because I'm not fully versed in all the scriptures in the Bible. Oh, I will be. And y'all not going to be ready for that Christmas Day when that day comes. I'm telling you guys that's right now. There are some people who hate me as I am now. Wait till I start to elevate myself. Now I'm going to give you a legitimate reason to hate me, but let's continue. There's two books of Timothy. There's 1 Timothy and 2 Timothy. He didn't even get that part right. He just said Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. Like, you just so excited to get this verse up that you didn't even do it correctly. What are you talking about? You talking about 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12? See, this is what happens when you're so focused on what you want to focus on, you don't know what you're talking about. What's 2 Timothy 2, 12? Since he didn't guide us to the right destination. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. That's a great verse, by the way, but that's not what he said, because you did not get that part correct. You were so gung-ho on silencing somebody or checking somebody that you screwed up. You screwed up the passage. So that's number one. And like I said, that's actually a good verse. I'm gonna put that on my to-do list. We're gonna talk about that verse at another day. Hold on, let me get to the chat. If I make a promise to his money that I would spend it how I wanna, but still multiply it, should he not accept the love sacrifice I made to his money? Because he benefits from spending it many ways. Did he agree to this promise that you made? Jada, was there agreement? Is there paperwork? Was it notarized? I'm just asking for a friend. Just saying. Now you guys come to now that's called an investment, by the way. Not a sacrifice. That's an investment. If you know how. If you know how to use money, which I'm pretty sure you do, then you guys will come up with a game plan, a blueprint of what this money is going to do, what we want it to do, what we're aiming for, what we got to do to get to the finish line. So yeah, that's not a sacrifice. That's an investment. So let me see. Zyrax. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. So non-religious should not quote any verse, even if they have an understanding of it. Okay, hold on. Okay, gotcha. If you get it right, it's on the context. Okay, no, you good. You're welcome. You are free to say whatever you want here. We're gonna have a conversation. So you good, and ain't no issue here. So he said 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 12. There are two 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 12. Which one are you talking about? Oh, you didn't know because you had your mind made up on what you wanted to say, that you bypassed. Hey, like, hey, guy, get out the way. Get out. Excuse me. I got something I need to say. Go ahead, move your hair out the way. Move your dreads. Move your rolls. Peter, Paul, move it. Let me kick the doors down. I gotta talk to this girl real quick. That's what happened yesterday. Now, what was the verse that he said? It's really 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12, ladies and gentlemen. So let's read the King James Version. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man, but to be silent. Jada, did God say no? Cause where did going next question. Quiz. We'll be right back. And see, this is why I love Jada. Thank you so much. So let's get to what we're saying. Now, for my New Century versions, those who read it like the New Century version, what it is, but I do not allow a woman to teach or to have authority over a man, but to listen quietly. And verse 13, because Adam was formed first and then Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, the context of this matters. Context matters. There are some verses in the Bible where you can take on face value. Yes, it does. But however, what does that verse mean? How did it came about? The Apostle John gave instructions on how the church should be ran, how the church should be handled. If anything, that scripture is notoriously used to make sure that there are no women pastors over a congregation. That also which also has men in it, because that will go against everything that God's saying. Because hey, sorry y'all, Eve screwed up, and we saw how that happened. We saw what went down with that. Now, what Paul's saying is we're not going to make the same mistakes from the past. So when it comes to the church house, this is how it needs to be conducted. No woman should usurp authority over a man in church. According to Apostle John, this is why context matters. When that individual threw that verse out, he did that to silence DJ. What's your religious belief? What's your spiritual belief, sir? Are you quoting the Bible but not living by it? Now, to what and Zara says, this is actually a good question. So non-religious should not quote any verse, even if they have understanding of it. Well, he didn't have no understanding of that verse, so that's why he was using it recklessly. Now, for me, I'm a firm believer of if you know what you're talking about, you should be able to speak on anything you want. If you know what you're talking about. Now, you try to hold someone accountable to that verse. That's where I'm gonna say, hold on. You may not want to do that because I cannot. Moa is on stage right now. He's a Muslim. NOI. I cannot hold him accountable by those standards. I'm in no position to do that.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
I'm not NOI. I'm honest. So I go by the Quran and only by the Quran.
Say that one more time. So everybody can hear you.
Yeah, I'm not NOI. I'm not the Nation of Islam. I'm a Quranist. So I go by the Quran and only the Quran.
Gotcha. All right, Quranist. I like that. Quranist. All right, my apologies. Moa is a Quranist.
You're fine.
Moa is a Quranist. So I never opened the Quran a day in my life. There's no way I can hold on to those standards because not only have I not read it, I have not researched any context behind it to do that. This gentleman who just used a Bible verse, he used it out of context, and he has no bearing to use that against anybody to silence them. I have a huge problem with that. I will always have a huge problem with that.
Is it who I think it is, Chris?
Oh no! It's not on Clubhouse. Not on Clubhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the Clubhouse scholars, no, I don't care about them. I really don't. No. I'm not supposed to say this, but if somebody was to push them down the stairs, I might cash out them $10. Can't stand them. Sorry, but when it comes, because this is done a lot in these spaces, people use the Bible to silence others. Hold on, let me make sure my mic is still good. Okay, we're still good. Yeah, people use the Quran to silence others. I mean, the Quran as well, but people use the Bible to silence others. I don't do that because by doing so, you are pushing people away from God. You're pushing people away from the kingdoms of heaven. You're pushing people away from the peace that they've been searching for, but you use it against them. You use it as a sword instead of a shield to protect them from the outside world. I'm always going to have a problem with those people. It will never change. You have my word. And speaking of which, before his name was Paul, his name was Saul in the Bible. He decided to change his name because of the change that he done in himself, because of his alignment with God. Sir, you changed your name. Why are you still moving like the old you? Moving forward, leave the Bible alone in these conversations. If you don't know what it means on face value, you don't know what it means in the context. Leave it alone, especially if you're not living by it. I may not be on these panels. I may not be doing as much streams as I used to. I'm always looking around. I have an idea of what you're doing, and I have an idea of what you're saying. Not just you, a lot of people in this space. I'm usually to myself. I'm usually in these clubhouse streets roaming around, minding my own business, but I always got an ear somewhere. Leave that Bible alone, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not using it, you're not living by it, or you're not even striving to live by it. Now, does that mean you have to be a perfect Christian, a perfect believer? No, there's no such thing as perfect. Actually, I found out the other day there's no such thing as good. Well, we'll talk about that in another episode. Use the Bible correctly or don't use it at all. Don't use it as a way to keep people separate. Keep God's children separate from each other when you're trying to bring them together, especially if they're not on that type of time that they can be a cancer that can destroy the house within side. What you did was very cancerous. Please don't do it again. I will call you out. I will call any other content. Let me not say content creator because that's a stretch. I will call any other content commentators out. I will call out any content contributors out. I will call out anybody when it comes to that. I will test your gangster in that moment. Every single time. When people can't continue to debate, they go to the Bible. I wish they stopped doing that. I really do. The Adam that whine, complain, blame, shame, and not protector. I'm going to get you when the stream is over. They most likely can't use the Bible correctly because they don't live with it. They don't. They absolutely do not. Ladies and gentlemen, it's okay to pick up a Bible and read it. It's okay to have the Bible in your iPhone or on your iPad like I do. I'm literally in the Bible almost every other day because me and my friends, that's pretty much all we talk about every other conversation. It always comes back to the Bible, and we got to be ready to have these conversations. Not a debate. We don't have debates. We don't do that. Matter of fact, that's there's a verse in the Bible where it say you don't need to debate. You don't need to engage in these debates on my behalf because I'm a standalone. I don't need your help like that. I don't need your help when it comes to those type of things. But I literally have the Bible literally almost everywhere I go because it's now on my phone. So read it. Take some time out of the day and read and just start somewhere. Matter of fact, why don't you start with the book of Proverbs? You can start with Genesis. That's perfectly fine. Or you can start with the book of Proverbs. Actually, I would prefer you guys to start with the book of Proverbs and go through all 31 chapters. Don't skip to 31 regarding your Proverbs wife. So you can use it as a weapon against the women. Don't start that goofy shit. I'm sorry. Start from chapter 1, verse 1, and read it all the way through. Start there. Y'all talk about bringing black people together, but you guys are trying to keep them apart by using the Bible. What kind of sense does that make? It doesn't. That was last call. Moa, any final words, my brother?
Yeah, I don't. Sorry about that. I don't support anyone ever using any religious texture or scripture to ever, put it in their own opinionated wordage or to use it against women or men, because we have seen it both the man and the woman do this. It's not just man and woman. And then the other thing is that. Yeah, man, it's clean cut, context is king, always. You know what I mean? You always need context to understand what a passage is talking about. You can't just say, hey, use this verse from this verse, use that from that chapter. It becomes a whole chaos at the end of the day. Same thing happens with the Quran, with the people with the Quran. They use and abuse women and men with it, you know what I mean? They say this is what it is, you know what I mean? You have to be a good man, you have to be a good woman and so forth, and they're not even checking themselves. It's very irritating, bro. I've said this countlessly to both men and women. You have to use the context in every passage. You can't just come in here and just expect, connect one passage to another when that passage has nothing to do with the other. You see what I'm saying? It's very hypocritical. It's very deviant. It's very, it's hypocrisy at its best. You can't just abuse God's scripture for you to just do whatever you want to do with. You see what I mean? Logically, it doesn't make any sense. God did not favor man. God did not favor woman. God favored both men and women. You see what I'm saying? So when you just, when one is abusing the other and the other is feeling compelled to abuse the other because they want their neglect back, it doesn't make any sense. I've seen it time and time again. It's all over Facebook, IG, all over the social medias. Clubhouse, they do that all the time.
Yep.
It's kind of weird. It has nothing. You open a room just like this, you know what I mean? Without the word marriage in there, you could say there's no such thing as sacrifice and what do you call companionship or whatever the case may be. And it doesn't even have no marriage. We're talking about just a regular relationship. And then you will see a man come in and say, the woman's supposed to be doing this. And the woman will be like, well, you men are not doing this. It's kind of like, what? You know, are we kids? Are you a teenager when you're like bickering like, you know, kids? It doesn't make any sense, bro. But yeah, I'll leave it at that for now.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. But I think Mo, in this segment, context is king. Context is king. I read the Bible from cover to cover. It was a great read. I'm still not a believer. And guess what? You have every right not to be a believer, and I have every right to respect your decision to not be a believer. Guess what? I still love Miss Doris Myers. I will always show love and respect to her because she deserves it. That's what we're going to do. So you're safe here. I just want you to know that, Miss Myers, you're always safe here. Thank you for this segment. TMI, I had just got into it with hubby and hung up on him. Decided to trying to pop that through. Your title got me to listen. Thank you. Hey, it's all good. It is all good. And in marriages that happens. That happens a lot. The best thing is let's get it out. Let's take a minute to breathe. Let's get back together and let's figure this out, because regardless of what we argue about, you still love me, I still love you. We're gonna move together as one. That's how it goes. God favored women. That's why he's mentioned many times that women are gifts, the prize, the blessings, prices, etc. Even Jesus gave more praises, purpose, and favors to his women married over his men. I'm gonna have a word with you afterwards. I'm gonna have a word with you afterwards. No, it's okay, Mom. It's okay, Mom. Jada, I got Jada. It's all good. It is all good. You might answer your phone after this when I call you. Thank you for answering my question. I'm subscribing and looking forward to your next slide. Thanks again. I'm thank you for pulling up. I greatly appreciate it. Yes, I do. Yeah, you laughing, Jada. You all right? Stay by your phone. See, stay by your phone. Like I said, I love Miss. Matter of fact, hold on. Well, I am slipping. Let me fix this before we go, because I got to go to work anyway, and I got a couple of phone calls to make. Particularly this one right here. Yeah, a couple of phone calls to make. So let me go to my.
I called it, didn't I? Before you became, I called it.
No, yeah. She wants to. Okay. That's cool. That is cool. I got you, Jada. I got you. Let's see. I'm waiting for this to do what it needs to do. Come on, this computer's a little bit slow. Lord knows I need an iMac. All right. I want to make sure Miss Doris knows that she is welcome here, and also Zara, you welcome here as well. Let me go ahead. Make sure you're taken care of as well. There we go. Now, welcome to the team. Let's get out here. Mo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for pulling up. And yes, I will give you guys a better heads up on these early morning streams. Thursday morning is about to be my mornings. Just want to make that a lot of clips for everybody out there in attendance. We're going to make Thursdays mine.
I got some shifting to do, but other than that, I'm good. I'm good on Thursday. So
all right.
Whenever you want to open it, just give me an hour or two heads up, and I got you.
Yes, sir. I got you.